When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Glad to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on a team from the ACC, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Mustangs will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Play action on first down. It's complete to the left. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big...
Oh, he's got some space. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Indiana! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. To throw, it's Jennings. Here's the heat. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
The Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Shoots it to the left. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
There he goes. Smashes ahead. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Handoff from the gun. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on third down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing up, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical third down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball right here.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Off the play fake on first down to throw. With the catch, it's Cooper. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
The play action fake. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Continues to fight for yards. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. The Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
He'll pull it down and run. Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
And I love the decisiveness by the quarterback on that play. Nobody open downfield. I'm going to go get this myself. And I'm not just going to go get a first down. I'm taking this thing to the house.
They'll line up to go for 2. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he finished off the drive with a 30-yard scoring scamper. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Jennings. Quarterback moving. He'll pull it down. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. And the Mustangs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Harden. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
A loss of 11 on the play. Now, a 4th down.
The Mustangs line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Wants to return it. Bottled him up. Not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period, first down here. From the gun, the running back has it. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hemby. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on 3rd.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Lets it fly. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for his man in the middle. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Jennings. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. Touchdown Mustangs! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. The QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
Well, there was a golden opportunity for the offense to come away with 2 points there, but he dropped it in the end zone. That's a catch you have to make.
Coming out with it, it's Williams. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Takes the handoff. It's Hemby. It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16. Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. On the run, still looking. He'll try to do it himself. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
On the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Give to the back. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. And the Hoosiers are on the move. They'll give it to the back. Got room to work. Turning it on. At the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Indiana.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Unleashes one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the catch down the right side. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
They'll go to the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing.
Touchdown, SMU! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and they trail by just 4. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job. And you've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. For go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Oh, he's got some space. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. Just about set to get this second half underway. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
He'll run it again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Hoosiers! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty.
Let's go, right. Check, check. Blue 27 patio. Blue 27 patio.
give out of the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Mustangs headed quickly to the line. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Buys a little time. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle, it's Knight. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to
just steamrolling the defense. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. The Mustangs are marching down the field. Now improvising. He's going to run it. Hits him with a stiff arm.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
Set. Ready.
They'll run play action. Moving out of the pocket. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown Mustangs. And the comeback is on. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Stop short. They'll bring him down at the 1. He just couldn't get it in. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
Take over. 1st and 10.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the 2nd half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the 2nd half of this defense.
Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Trying to give them some room to work with. Stopped just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Hoosiers will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab past the marker. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Hoosiers will line it up on 1st and 10.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Quarterback extends the play. Going to try to get it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
On the play.
Well, just nowhere to go there. And it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch. It's Hemby. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down.
this defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Buys a little time with his feet. Complete out of the backfield. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the mark. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Hoosiers will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Will not get there. A 4th down